Okay. First of all, I will say this thing starts from the foundation of the relationship. You know, many people are not doing the work of a partner, they are doing the work of a doctor. For example, somebody that is broken from past relationship and you want to be the healing process of the person is not mentally sound, the person is not mentally stable at that moment, and you want to be in the person's healing process. You are not a physician, you are a partner. I think these things fundamentally starts from the onset. If somebody is going through a healing process, allow the person, don't date them. That's my own personal view.
Yeah, actually I think what we are talking about is the causes of poor mental health, you know. And in that case, there is things we need to, there is a lot of things we can mention, just like lack of communication, you know, emotional neglect and all of them. So these are things that can cause poor mental health in relationship, because you can't tell me that you're in a relationship with somebody and you don't come. Just I have seen people who they say that they're in a relationship with somebody, and this person they only communicate once in a while. I don't know how you be in a relationship and you communicate only once in a while. And like, how does it work? Because I believe that there's no relationship without communication. So what makes relationship is just that communication. So if the communication is not there, definitely you will be thinking, your mind will not be stable. You always be thinking, oh, this person actually love me. Is this something wrong? Is there anything going wrong that I don't know? Like, your mind will not be stable.
It's this thing you are saying that would even make the person to start feeling that I'm not valued.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't value me. She's just keeping me there, or she's just keeping me there because there is no communication that will help to spice up the whole thing. Also, adding to it, I think another thing that can still cause that mental health issues, poor mental health, maybe trying to drain you mentally, is criticism. Like, every time you are criticizing your partner, you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do the other one. And sometimes I look at people in relationship, I will see that sometimes a lot of them are doing it with fear. Like, you want to do this, you see a lady, the lady will be avoiding. I don't want to do it like this, so he will get angry. Not that she likes doing it, but just because she knows that if this guy comes back now, he will shout at me, he will do this, he will say I do not do well.
They do things that discomfort them.
Yes, and before you know it, they will start going down mentally. Like,
Can I say again? Do you know that a lot of people, they are going through abuse? And mind you, it's not just men that go through abuse. Should they keep enduring? They are not enjoying it.
What I have this belief. If you actually want your relationship, because as we're talking about relationship, we are indirectly talking about marriage, right? If you actually want your marriage to work, you should have it in, you should prepare your mind for anything.
when you start having all this kind of signs, you start seeing all this thing, the person needs to sit down, think, why am I having this feeling? What is the cause? Be sincere to yourself. If you are not sincere to yourself, you will never get the right answer. And once you are sincere with yourself, you can talk to your partner. If you have really understand that, or maybe if you have discovered that this actually is true, it's not just my feelings, maybe that it's not just the season. And once you discover that, okay, this is not just the season, this thing I'm feeling is actually true, it's genuine, call him or call her. The two of you will sit down together and talk. Because the only thing, one thing is, once you leave this, it will damage your mental health, it will start disturbing you, because you have left it to grow. But once you have noticed, you tackle it. That is what will help to keep the relationship alive again.
I will say some things here. Firstly, according to what my brother here said, he say he illustrated women. There are sometimes they will tell you to leave her. My brother, don't be all time in the walk. I can tell you, sometimes she say leave her and you touch her, she will slam you. Like she will give you a dirty slap.
No, I understand that one.
Okay.
There's a time that kind of thing will happen. If actually she's angry for something and asks you to leave her, probably she need to, kind of. So your mind should tell you what when she asks you to leave her, what it means. And just that kind of,
just say understand the matters.
Yeah,
Don't
kind of,
because some people, if you say, I've met women who, if you can't predict when they mean it and when they don't mean it, you slap you hear it on your face. You think so. I think understanding, and then according to what my sister here said, you discuss it out with your partner, because when it gets to that level, it will start giving you mental issues. That's the truth. But I just have a little question. People differ. In fact, personally me, most things people think is issue, I find it stressful. I'll be like, stop. It's okay. Like it's okay. So I think
Okay.
what about when your partner is not responding or is not willing to change or is not? How then will you now save the stress?
I think I believe you should know your partner very well. You know, in that kind of situation, if I'm to be that person, like if I'm to be the man there, I can excuse myself, you know, leave her for the moment. I think there's always a better time to discuss issues. You get the point. So if actually she is in that state and actually you are desperate to find what is wrong, you may not get the answer you are looking for, and at the end you may not be happy with it. So personally, I will just leave her for the moment. Time.
I think that living is for relationship. Oh. You don't try it in marriage. If you leave her, no food for you. I'm telling you, brother, it's just for dating.
It's still the same thing.
Because for dating.
See the same thing. You cannot do in marriage what you are not doing in relationship.
But they are two different things.
I know. See, it's actually what you are not the essence of courtship.
It's still not marriage.
I know. But what
it's still not marriage.
It's sort of what you know from a person in courtship that will lead you to marriage.
In fact, you don't even know the person from dating. That's just the truth. There was a time I became anti-dating. Like, I campaigned against it. No dating. And I used the Bible. I said, nowhere in the Bible, courage, dating, and all that. You know? And I explained what happened between Joseph and Mary. It was not dating. In fact, they were married. So, I think dating and marriage is not the same. Oh. What works for dating may not work for marriage. So, you can...
Or let's see. Most in that case, most of the time what normally causes that kind of thing is insincerity. If you are plain, if you are sincere in what you are doing. See, personally, I cannot marry somebody I don't know. I need to know a bit about you before. I know marriage reveals a whole lot of things, and you cannot predict most of them. But at least I should know some things about you before I can say, okay, I want to marry this person. I can't just bring you to my house without a total stranger in my house. Then how will I be able to? No, I have to know something about you. At least some basic things. Then with time I can be able to learn others. So I think that's just,
all right.
If I may ask, what is the difference between dating and courtship?
to me, I don't dating is how will I even say it?
It's a waste of time.
I don't know if it's a waste of time,
It's a
but
waste of
it's
time.
just
It's a waste of time.
we have
For me, it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. For
Well,
me also.
Yeah, it's a waste of some of this dating of 18. That's where our youthful age now. That's where they just mesmerize some young girls.
yes,
Knowing fully well they will not marry that girl.
I do tell people if you are not ready to marry in the next 3 years, don't.
Don't date.
But which one is that they are mesmerizing them? The girls were enjoying it, so I think it's a mutual thing for that area. The girls, they are the one enjoying. They were saying hard as
Somebody sang a song that said that girls will just want fun.
they want it. So I don't
So
understand.
majority of girls,
People
I have seen girls that say that
Ah,
what I'm here for is just for fun.
they
get the
enjoy
point.
it too.
So you can call
if
that
it's
one
in the area
dating.
of that,
Anything
you
that
know,
has to do with seriousness, which involve that the relationship is defined. Okay, this is where we are going to. This is my plan. This is what you make the intention so clear. You get the point. This you can target courtship. You can call for 1 year. You can call for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know that you
Knowing
have.
fully well that you want to
You
marry
know
her.
that this is where you are going to.
Yeah, that is
Uh-huh.
that
That
is
the
the
courtship is
yes.
intentional. You
So
intentionally
intentional.
enter into
But when
it.
you
It's not
come to
just-
somebody that say, I like you, go on, you know, I want us to date. I want us to
That's
date.
what
I want you to be my
dating
girl.
practices.
You know, from there you people begin to have fun
but
and all that
if
and
you
all that and all
people,
that.
if you
And-
people agree on, let me say 3 years, and after 3 years the guy didn't marry you, what will you do? Will you break up and you've gone into the rivers? You can't go back. Your emotions is tied. Your soul is tied.
You know,
so what will you do?
We do hear that there is a broken engagement, even in a broken marriage.
Yeah.
So if actually you are courting somebody and you come to a point whereby things are not working out again, a lot of things happening, it's affecting you in all round. I think you can.
It's also a sign that God is meant.
Yeah,
to
so
solve you.
it's not a must
So
You get
just
the
have
point.
to
So,
deal with
if as something happen, you just have to, withdraw yourself from it. And
It's not easy. I've tried.
I know
it.
I know it's not easy, but
Okay,
yeah, that's why I believe maybe in this particular thing we are doing now, a time you will be asked, or probably how will I even put it? Okay, let's just be continued because I know such question will come up.
The next question, please. I would like us to know what you should tell us. How can one deal with this mental health? Because this is the main issue we are dealing with today. How do you think that one should deal with this mental health that they have? Let's just briefly, please. Okay.
Like, is it mental health in relationship?
Yes. How do one deal with their mental health? Both the poor mental health, whether they're facing toxic relationship, they're in a relationship, their mental health is damaged. So
Or is it hard to balance it?
yes, like how
Just
do
like we
you
have been
deal with
saying.
it?
Speak up. If you don't harbor anything in your mind, if there's anything you want to talk, just talk it.
Tell your
Just tell your
partner.
partner about it.
Yes.
Don't say, let me just keep it to myself. That's why most men die, because they don't know how. I think I just started learning how to speak up. Like, I hardly tell my issues, I hardly tell my problems, because I believe that I can solve it within myself. You get the point now. So,
Yes.
but because of I have come to this level of knowing all these things, I have now speak up. So speaking up will just make you feel free from it, because when you keep it in your mind,
They won't be able to know what is bothering
bothering
you.
and all that. So
All right.
I think
So,
speaking up will,
Miss Vicky, please, can you give us little tips on things to consider before going into relationship? So, can you tell us, are those things that you think that we should consider before going into any relationship?
Okay, before you go into relationship, especially the one that leads to marriage, not just any random
Yes,
relationship,
we talk about relationship that has meaning.
you have to check your readiness. Are you ready mentally? Because if maybe, for example, you just left a toxic relationship, I just want to rush into a relationship. So because you are seeing your friend, the other person is in relationship, so you just want to rush in. Yes. So you want no, somebody must be my value, somebody must buy me this.
Yes.
No. You check, am I mentally ready for this? You know that most of the times we rush into marriage, we don't have time to prepare for marriage. But time is something that we should sit down, deliberately prepare for. That is marriage. Before you enter into that. So we need to prepare ourselves. And before you enter into such relationship, we should check if you are truly ready mentally. If your communication skills, if you have worked on it. See, relationship should be, or let me just say, marriage should be between parties that have seen themselves complete as an individual. Not incomplete and looking for somebody to complete you. But you should see yourself that I'm complete by myself. Yes, both financially, mentally, spiritually, every aspect. Then when you have looked at yourself and all around you are mentally, you are spiritually, everything, you are okay, then you can now get a partner so that people can complement each other and not draining the other person. So I think these are the things that you need to consider before going into relationship.
If you have to ask something there, if actually you want to move into a relationship, first of all, check your emotions, because relationship involves a lot of emotions and all that. So check emotional stability. Are you ready emotionally? Are you ready mentally? Do you have the resources? Because relationship involves money. The money to buy the
guy
recharge
must
card,
spend.
the money to buy the recharge card, the money to buy the data, all these things are. So sometimes I wonder, if you're not working, if you don't have source of income, why do you want to enter into a relationship in the first place?
So you're saying that someone that is not working shouldn't be in
You
a
shouldn't be in
relationship?
the relationship. What are you doing there?
Shouldn't be in a relationship.
Because how we
Including girls who.
even girls, yes, yes.
Even girls, yeah.
Yes.
Somebody was telling me that now she wants a man and I said, how much do you have?
Yeah, I need money.
What is your work? How are you earning? But I can't, as I am now, I can't enter into a relationship if I'm not doing anything. Because I will make call now. It's not money. You spent 2 hours making call. How much? Don't you know how much is it? You keep chatting every now and then. Don't you know how much data you're spending? So these are things you have to consider. Before, So if
Even to pay attention, self, you need to pay.
so all these things are what you have to think before you say, okay, I want to venture into a relationship. Just don't just jump into it, or because hey, I'm beautiful, or this is I'm talking from both sides.
Yes.
Not just the guys.
No,
both
some girls.
both girls.
Mm.
Don't just walk into a relationship because you think you are fine. You have bum, you have breast. Therefore,
You
that's
have
what
to be in
can
a
offer. There's people
relationship,
say that
yes.
okay.
Because I'm a fine girl, I'm
you
complete,
know,
I'm
that
a
kind of
fool.
thing.
Yes.
And again, that's what we are doing now. That I that is it sometimes it gets me mad. We have monetized it.
Mm.
Especially girls have monetized it.
Yeah, there is this my friend.
They will tell you that if you cannot press money, I'm not interested.
Mm.
And me personally, 2025, I can't press.
Okay, guys.
So I'm just thinking about that.
Yes.
Can I round it up?
You shouldn't just, you know. So before you enter into a relationship, make sure that you are ready in all aspects, because it will involve a lot of things.
Okay,
So-
guys, we are rounding up, and I would like you people to give us a little advice on what to advise our viewers on these mental issues that we are having, both the relationship. Do you have any advice that you are going to give to our viewers?
There is this question I want to ask before as a guy now, you have a girlfriend. Can you also ask your girlfriend out to be your vow?
Yes.
Yes, now if it works for you guys.
No, you have to.
Yes.
You know, I think it's
It's
necessary.
almost to, because me, even if I'm dating, I won't propose to you again.
I saw something. I saw something on Facebook. It was on Facebook or Twitter. Somebody said that he asked her wife what she wants for vow. So the woman say this is this mangala fish or like. So a carton of mangala fish. You know, so the man thinks that he is, kind of low price something that he went and priced it or more. The kind of price. So you were like, what you carry me? Go to ask this man something on this person. So I believe asking your woman to be your vow, I know you guys are into already, but it's just show that you show concern. That you still, it's part of love.
Even both the husbands, they're supposed to ask
I
their
think
wife.
It's not, we shouldn't say it as, it shouldn't be must, but
I'm
it
not
should be
saying
a way of adding
Yes.
fun.
Yeah,
And it's not
I'm
just
not
for
saying-
one
I'm not
party.
saying-
Spice
I'm not-
up the
is-
relationship.
Women too can ask a man
Yes.
to be his her vow and all that. But in summary, what I'm advising the viewers out there is the goal of relationship is not marriage. Yeah, the goal of relationships are not marriage. That's not the goal. And the goal of marriage are not longevity. That something lasts long does not mean it is genuine. That you lived up to the age of Methuselah does not mean you fulfilled your destiny.
It's true.
And that you dated somebody does not mean it must end in marriage.
Yes.
Marriage, yes.
The goal of relationships
Not every marriage, not every relationship ends in marriage.
is not the goal. Don't be preoccupied with the mindset that it must end in marriage. It's not must.
Okay.
It's not must. So the goal should be your mental health.
All right.
If you are good with it, you go ahead. If you are not good with it, you call it a quit. If your marriage is giving you, mental disorder, the goal is not longevity. The goal is mental health,
Your peace of mind.
peace of mind.
Okay, if I'm to advise our viewers, what I will also say, what I will always say is, don't be in a relationship you are always abused. If you are being abused, please walk out. Your life is more important than that relationship. So don't just think about your mental health. Think about your life. Because I've seen people that
People invest more on their partner instead of their
on themselves. So if you are being abused, if you are being harassed in one way, don't say because he has money or because he's this or because he's that. Just once you notice that this is not working, please just walk out. It's not gonna work because your life is at stake. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, what I have to say is that every relationship that must truly last must be built on trust. So in any reasonable relationship you want to engage yourself in, there should always be trust. Watch out for trust. And once you see that trust is lacking in that relationship, it's better not to even continue if you have not entered. Because once there is no trust, it will barely last. And another thing is that don't ignore the red flags. When you are in a relationship, there are times that we'll see red flag. We'll be like,
Yes,
no,
we
let's just
ignore
manage it. He will
Yes.
change.
Maybe it's a fine boy.
So,
you
a
know,
man cannot
yes.
change because of you. A girl cannot
particular
change because
thing,
of you.
This particular thing is more in girls. I don't know why. Because
Is it a
there
red
is,
flag?
yeah, just they see
They see
ignore
red flag
you.
before they enter into a relationship, and because of one thing or the
And-
other, they
and-
just
and not
overlook
only
that
I do hear people say that it's better I cry
in wealth.
whatever.
Yes.
than crying whatever. All this kind of stuff.
So
Okay.
So I don't know.
that is
Yeah.
it. So we should always be mindful. We should not be in a haste to enter into something that we know that is not advisable. That like it will not be easy for us to live. So it's better you are careful about what you are going into. Be intentional about it. Know that marriage should be between two complete persons and not two maybe two persons that is looking for. Maybe this one is looking for this to complete. The other one is looking for this. No, but it should be complete. Work on yourself. Focus on yourself. Bring out the best in yourself. That thing you want in a man or that thing you want in a woman. How about you? Have you gotten them? Engage yourself. Equip yourself. Then you will not know that you are ready for marriage or you are ready for any relationship
Courtship.
that should last. That is what I have to advise us.
Thank you guys. It was wonderful to have you guys here. Okay, viewers, this is the end of our discussion today. I'm sure that you must have learned one or two things from what we have discussed today. Pay attention, okay? Please remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to share and comment to be able to get this kind of videos when we upload next time. See you next time.